What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Game Show Invitational. We're going to continue yesterday's best of 3 here between Vega Squadron and 4 Clovers. Game 1 went to Vega. Game 2 was looking like it was going to go to Vega, but then they kind of lost all their players. It was a whole big thing, and, well, the game ultimately went to 4 Clovers because we were paused for like a million years, and we're just not going to play that any longer. So it is going to be a third and final game. Winner of this goes on to the second round to face up against Moscow 5, I believe, and loser faces up against Next KZ in the lower bracket. So no elimination just yet, but overall, for this series, Vega Squadron proven to be just slightly stronger. Yesterday they did have Suniko from Navi standing in. This time it's going to be King R, I believe currently an official player of Power Rangers, if not just like a time like on-off again player for Power Rangers. Either way, a Power Rangers player, King R, standing in for Vega Squadron, so pretty capable there. And yeah, that should just about be it. Hopefully this game is not going to have any lag issues, because if it is, man, I'm all alone. Man, I don't have anyone with me. I'm Mikelorus, going to be your only caster for today, so I hope there's no issues with the interwebs for these two teams. Take a look at what's going on in the banning and pick phase. We've got a bounty hunter actually being banned out in the first phase. I don't remember if 4 Clovers actually ran that. They did actually in the second game, and it was pretty good for them. It kept them very much so in the game. Lots of gold ramp, of course. For someone like a Sven, who that was their carry of choice, it is great to have that extra bit of steroids, especially when Sven not exactly partnered up in that particular game with any amplification heroes. No Magnus, no Ogre Magi, or anything like that.
10 seconds.
But 4 Clovers, they're going to grab a Lestrak and Shadow Demon, and Vega Squadron going to grab a Rubik Gyrocopter. I mean, though these heroes do act potentially very differently, the intention is the same. You just get a pretty slick 1-2 punch. Lift up into a Rocket Barrage, and that is a hell of a beating. Similarly, you could just disrupt someone into a Split Earth, and, well, I don't really care who you are. You're going to be taking a lot of damage at the very least. If you don't have some way of instantly getting out of that, a Blink or an Invis or something like that, then either of these two combos can very easily get kills. More likely than not, however, Lestrak is going to go towards the mid lane. That's the role, the position where we ordinarily see the hero.
5 seconds.
And that's fine and everything like that. Vega Squadron just need a hero to go up against the Lestrak, but first they're going to grab a Disruptor. They're going to start with a little bit of Wombo combo, but again, this combo of Shadow Demon Lestrak, pretty much no matter who else you add on top of that, very reliant on their spell casting. Obviously, they're 2 heroes, so I don't think you have to spend many brain cells to figure that one out. But Disruptor, much like the Rubik, his primary purpose, or like his secondary purpose, I guess, get people in range of the Gyrocopter, yet keep people away from the Gyrocopter enough so the Gyrocopter can do his damage. With Kinetic Field and Flat Cannon, you have some pretty good synergies there where you could actually keep the enemies at arm's length, yet at the same time be able to do a lot of damage to them. So it's a capable pick here for Vega, and also for 4 Clovers. It wouldn't have been the worst pick in the world. When you have Shadow Demon and Disruptor, both of whom tend to be slightly lower damage output heroes, you may run into a damage shortage down the line, but not when you have a Lestrak, maybe not if you pick up some higher damage heroes. For 4 Clovers, they could also have the luxury of going for a little bit more pushing. Lestrak is a pretty good start. Just get 1 point in Edict, and already, just with that 1 point, you could put some serious pressure to those towers. But, man, you max that out, and towers will fall left, right, and center. So getting someone like a DK, putting him towards mid lane, putting Lestrak as a support role, and we don't really see support Lestrak as much as core Lestrak, but it is still a thing, especially when you have such a great setup hero such as that Shadow Demon. You could very easily run Lestrak as a supporter, and against soft heroes like what Vega have, you can very easily get those kills. So 4 Clovers, they have many options right now, and Vega, I mean, they, I guess, don't really have that few options, if that makes any sense. Just they already have their tri-lane. Like, this is pretty much going to be the 3 heroes who are going to be together for the most part in this game. I don't know if these 3 heroes are strong enough to make an offensive tri-lane, however. It seems like Disruptor, Rubik, again, they're low damage support heroes, very high in the utility. It'll be a lot of pressure on the Gyrocopter to perform. Most likely it's going to be a defensive tri-lane here for Vega Squadron. And, well, maybe something like a Beastmaster for Mag. The hero I feel like he plays the most is the Clockwork, and that's, well, banned out in the second phase by them. No, by 4 Clovers. I am apparently dyslexic or something. But yeah, 4 Clovers is going to ban out the Clockwork, so Vega Squadron can't get that one from Mag. Beastmaster's the hero I see him like second most on. It wouldn't be too terrible here either. Again, just non-conditional CC, and, well, that's never really bad. Nick Assassin instead is going to be the pick for Vega Squadron. That's not too terrible either. 4 Clovers, still very, very soft. Really, both teams are very fragile, and Nyx Assassin actually does have a tool of getting out of a Shadow Demon Disruption combo. You jam that Spike Carapace button, hopefully it's going to be enough to get you out of there. At least that's the plan for the Nyx Assassin every single time. And if it's not, well, shit happens. You're an offlane hero, you're probably going to die occasionally. But Vega Squadron, they're also very, very soft, looking still for that mid hero for no one right now. And they're, of course, just going to wait for the last pick, as I think you should, unless you're going to grab someone who's just like a huge monster in that mid lane. Waiting is definitely better, just because you don't want to get hard countered in that mid lane phase. Not what you want. 4 Clovers, Sand King after the Shadow Demon pick. So they do have, you know, many, many combos now with their heroes. Lots of setup, lots of stuns, really from both sides. You have this much CC, BKBs obviously are going to be of the utmost importance. And oh, hello, it's an Abaddon. So what 4 Clovers do like to do very often is just give Bambo melee heroes for the offlane. These are melee heroes that you don't ordinarily see. We saw, oh damn, who was it? It was an offlane Tiny in game 2 of this series. Offlane Tiny, Earthshaker, offlane, a very common pickup for the 4 Clover side, and I suppose it's going to be a Sand King offlane this time. Sand King as an offlane hero actually isn't too bad. You keep your distances, you have Burst Strike, and eventually Sandstorm, or I guess, you know, vice versa. Sandstorm, eventually Burst Strike to get out of sticky situations. It's maybe not going to be the cleanest versus 3 ranged heroes with a lot of control, including a telekinesis. But you know what? This Abaddon pick is actually going to be pretty decent, I suppose. Like, Vega Squadron, they have a lot of control, but again, not that much burst damage outside of the Gyrocopter. So being able to swoop in and save someone like a Leshrac, is going to be huge. Assuming this Abaddon actually gets any work done, problem I see is that Abaddon, Shadow Demon, very, very low damage support heroes, even lower than that of Vega Squadron. So they need some heavy hitters in those lanes, or they need to shuffle up these 3 quote-unquote support heroes. Give one of these heroes core farm, Abaddon or Shadow Demon. Like, I don't really know if I've ever seen that before. I guess you can, in theory, offlane Abaddon, put the Sand King in the jungle, or like pseudo jungle, pseudo roam with the Shadow Demon. That actually won't be the worst, I suppose, but it's going to be a little bit awkward for 4 Clovers, but they always find a way of making it work, kind of. Well, I don't really see any reason to do this over something more standard. Who knows?
5 seconds remaining.
Vega Squadron, what's it going to be for the last pick? Again, they're looking for a pick for no one. It's going to be the win range to be banned out by the 4 Clovers side. It's also worth noting that Vega Squadron had less reserve time because they were so late to this game. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. No one played Bristleback. He played a Shadow Fiend, I believe, and Shadow Fiend banned out. Seems like 4 Clovers just banning out all of Vega Squadron's most comfortable heroes. So, yeah, it's going to just be a puck. And then Templar Assassin for 4 Clovers. Okay, so I officially have no idea what's going to go on with these lanes, which is fine. It looks like it is pretty much just what I outlined. So, yeah, I guess the advantage of this is that you get well, TA in the mid lane, played by Waga, so yeah, that's pretty good in of itself. Leshrac with a Shadow Demon setup is really enough damage so that you don't really need a 3rd damage hero. Abaddon not really going to contribute too much to that. I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill off someone like a Nyx Assassin, though, for Vega Squadron, who I can only assume is going to go towards the offlane played by Mag. And is going to be facing up against 3 other heroes. But this puck versus now Templar Assassin slam pick for the 4 Clovers side, it's typically a not bad lane for the Templar Assassin. It's a pretty even lane overall, with Templar Assassin maybe having a slight lead as the lane progresses onwards. It is going to be a lane where both heroes have to worry quite a bit about rotations. Like, wait, that's not right. That's not right at all. Hold on, guys. Oh, yeah, fixed it. All better. Mostly all better. Okay, now it's all better. We're good. The admin apparently... The admin apparently misinput the settings, and this is a best of 5 now. But it's not, guys. This is essentially just a best of 1. Just don't want any confusion there. Although I know there are going to be stupid people in the chat asking, oh my god, BO5 question mark? And everyone's just going to be like, no, it's not, man. It's really not. Alright, so we are going to get into this game. Again, hopefully it's not going to have any internet issues. Currently tied up, and this is going to decide the match. Vangscore is going to be playing on the Shadow Demon, going up towards top with Wee on the Leshrac. Looks like it's going to be EA. I'm still not sure if this is EGM playing on the Abaddon. I feel like by now, if it really was EGM, he probably should have changed his name to that. But I'm just going to call him EA. On the Abaddon, Waga is going to be playing Templar Assassin mid. That leaves Bambo on the Sand King solo down on the bottom lane versus the Nyx Assassin of Mag. Vega are going to put King R on the Rubik with no one on the Puck. Seaman Slayer on Disruptor, and that leaves Pasha on the Gyrocopter. This is an interesting way to go for sure. This laning arrangement is going to be, well, first of all, really good for Bambo. He's up against another melee hero, and you know what they say about Sand King versus melee heroes. Things get really bad really quickly, man. Like, you even get 1-2 points in Caustic Finale, especially with this slight change to it, being able to stick on creeps and then explode when it's time's out. Someone like an Assassin, though typically okay in these situations, is not going to be having a great time. And it looked like Vega did get a read on this. They're going to make a lane swap right now and put the 3 heroes versus this Bambo Sand King. Again, having a melee hero versus Sand King is not what you want to do. You cannot afford to do that. It is just not good times. So never mind about what I just said. Bambo is going to be up against 3 heroes regardless, and this is going to be probably good for Mag, I would say. Like, the effectiveness of 4 Clovers offlane relies upon someone getting slightly out of position. When you have 3 heroes in the lane, it is obviously a little bit higher that you're going to find someone out of position because there are fewer positions to be in and more heroes to be in those bad positions. When you just have Nyx Assassin, when you just have this one hero, yeah, he's melee, so he's not going to get that much farm, but man, he's going to stay very far behind. That means there's going to be no easy targets for disruption, or no easy opportunities for a disruption, and then therefore no easy opportunities for a split earth and any damage follow-up. And the damage follow-up not going to be really there except for with this Leshrac. Abaddon is going to make his rotation out. We already see Bambo taking an absolute beating right now. Lifted back into a rocket barrage, does go into the sandstorm. Sentry drops though. Bambo is going to be your first blood here, drawn by King R. And that is, well, mostly what you would expect from a solo lane Sand King versus those 3 heroes. Again, what Vega lack in direct damage in this tri-lane, they make up for in sheer utility. Bambo, oh man, that stings. That is just insult to injury. And now EA's in a lot of trouble as well. The Rocket Barrage again, gonna pop the shield very quickly. The right clicks, gonna get Vega the second kill. Oh my god. There are bad starts to Dota. There are starts where you try to get both bounty runes and you get none, you end up giving first blood. And then there are starts like this, where you first of all don't have a good lane inherently. Second of all, you lose 2 kills, including the first blood. Third of all, your TP gets glimpsed back, and now EA stuck in a kinetic field. Pasha doesn't actually have enough mana to cast Rocket Rush, but they get the kill regardless of the Fade Bolt. Oh my god, 3-0. We're not even 2 minutes in yet, guys. This is not good. This is very, very not good, and this is what 4 Clovers picked themselves into. This is what they were kind of asking for by picking up this Sand King and Abaddon, both 2 melee heroes that really can't do jack up against this range-heavy assignment of Vega Squadron. It's going to stay like this as well, as long as Pasha has 90 mana. I guess it does get a little expensive, right? No, it doesn't. It says at 90. I thought it got up to like 110. Apparently I'm wrong. But yeah, as long as he has that 90 mana mark, he'll be just fine. Bank score over towards the mid lane, gonna try to look for the puck, but spotted by the tower, and salving up is the puck. He's gonna keep that salve on him as well. Good attempts by the Shadow Demon. It's kind of what you have to do because the opportunities up towards top are so limited. You're not gonna dive a tower with the Leshrac and a Shadow Demon. It's just not gonna happen. Although the chip damage is real, my god, Mag taking a beating from Wii. Is that enough to get the kill? Oh, no, not with chopping through the trees. Mag should be just fine right now, but still this Leshrac is going to have a very easy time. The Templar Assassin having a very good time versus the Puck. These are lanes that you would expect to be going very well for the 4 Clover side that are going very, very well. But I don't think they're going well enough to counterbalance the fact that this bottom lane is an absolute death trap. Like, Bambo has to be so scared right now. King R is going to come right back in, has his Fade Bolt ready. There's, of course, Disruptor level 2, so he has all of his utility tools as well. Sand King's still getting quite a bit of levels, but I don't know if those levels are really going to last for very long, given the situation in this bottom lane. Now, fortunately for 4 Clovers, they do have an Observe Reward up, and that is going to help them, in theory, to not die. And they also have EA, who's now at level 2. Additional bits of healing for Bambo. The burst damage is high right now for Vega. We'll get a little bit higher with the Rocket Barrage, but not really by a huge amount. We're not talking about Lion amounts of damage and lockdown here. Just Disruptor Rubik, which is okay, but nothing extraordinary. And they're just positioning themselves for potentially a dive. Puck in the mid lane, taking a beating from Waga. Really, this is what you would expect from Wagamama playing TA and the TA versus Puck matchup. The TA is going to get slowly but surely more and more ahead as this lane progresses, and Puck needs someone to help him out, help it out. Puck needs help if it's actually going to be doing well in the lane. Seema the Slayer as the Disruptor, King R as the Rubik, they're not really the type of heroes that would be able to roam around and gank someone like a TA. They don't have really great tools of getting through that shield. And up towards top, Mag in a lot of trouble. Split Earth going to connect, however, this Split Earth got returned by Spike Carapace. Now, telekinesis into a stun from Mag. Fade Bolt right clicks. King R is going to draw a dominating spree off of that one. As I said before, guys, Nick Assassin has that defensive tool in the Spike Carapace. You jam the button, you're going to be safe most of the time. And this is a level 2 Split Earth we're talking about. There's a lot of return damage from the Leshrac. So Carapace, that's pretty much what it's supposed to do. And, well, with King R rotating in as well, that's going to be Rubik 4-0-0. Somehow he took all the last hits. And he's going to actually need to go back to the bottom lane because Bambo and EA trying to go aggressive onto Pache. That's not going to work for right now. They don't see Bambo, and well, up towards top, actually, they have someone in the bubble with King R. He's going to take a lot of damage from this. With Lightning, they will get the kill. Mag's going to have a retaliation kill on the Shadow Demon, rather. Now, Leshrac ending the Rubik's dominating spree for that trade. Definitely worth it. Pache, oh, got to be careful down this bottom lane. Does not have that much sustain left on this hero. You're going to catch Sexy Bambo in the kinetic field. Seema doing what he can, but what he can do is not that much. 1 for 5 right now, yet that trade up towards top, a huge trade for Clovers. We is already close to the top of the last hit chart. Net worth, not necessarily at the top, but he's close to it. So the fact that he's getting, first of all, uncontested farm on an offlane is pretty ridiculous. Getting a dominating spree as well can instantly build up into those arcane boots. Most likely disassembled into a bloodstone, something along those lines, but even if it's not, lots of mana sustain, which means never-ending mana spam, which means that someone like Mag, who doesn't exactly have the most health sustain, is not going to be in for good times at all. Like, you can only Spike Carapace occasionally, and it's not going to work all the time. Very far from it. Regen Rune going to be secured by King R. Level 4 now on this Rubik, level 6 on the Puck. This is where Vega can actually try to go for a kill on this Templar Assassin, who, if Vega were paying attention, they should know that she does not have any points in meld. They have seen the traps. They've obviously seen the refraction. Maybe not have seen any meld yet. King R is going to be spotted on the incoming by this Observer Ward. And up towards top, Mag's actually vendetted up. Vank score, only level 3 Shadow Demon right now. I don't think this is enough because he has 2 points in Spike Carapace and none in Mana Burn. Yeah, he's going to call it quits for right now. But, you know, it's still applying a little bit of pressure to 4 Clovers, keeping him scared. And now Mag's going to get a little bit of experience. Seems like this game has slowed down a little bit since the bloodbath down on the bottom lane. Gyrocopter's still getting a lot of farm. The Puck and Nick Assassin starting to fall behind. Vega do have quite a bit of mid-game in their control and their burst damage, especially once call down comes up. They just have to make sure that Bambo doesn't really get as great a time as he really would want to on this bottom lane. He's level 5 already, pushing that to level 6 right now. Vank score up, gonna get glimpsed right back into an Impale from Mag. Spike Carapace available, is going to be used, but won't actually stun Wee. Now Split Earth onto Mag. Wee has another Lightning armed up. That will get the kill, especially with the amplification on Seema as well. He's on the run, although lift up from King R will save the Disruptor. Looks like Wee is going to not get any kills here, but it's actually going to be Gyrocopter to draw a solo kill on the Sand King down towards bottom lane. That is not what I expected to happen. It's an even 1 for 1, I suppose. Actually, was that a 2 for 1? Might have been a 2 for 1. Regardless, the Puck is in a lot of trouble right now. Bottling up, desperately trying to run away from Waga. Has another orb to get away. Needs to go back to the low ground. And will get a lot of distance away from the Templar Assassin. But will it be enough? There's another trap here. Puck has a phase shift, and that's it. I don't think TA could do this. TA wants to do it. The trap is going to be set. Puck still on the run. Can orb right back through Waga. I don't care what's happening up at this top lane. This is so much more interesting. He wants the 8-minute rune so badly. Oh, he's gonna grab. No, he didn't actually grab it. So, okay, I just assumed that he was gonna grab it because that would have been so baller. But now here comes Seema. He has a glimpse, level 2 vision. Not quite there. Range, not quite there either. But Leshrac died up in the top lane. Something happened there. I could only assume it was a Vendetta gank. But who knows? Who actually got that kill? Yeah, Nick Assassin, I'm pretty sure Nick Assassin got the kill, so it's probably a Vendetta gank. I think it's probably safe to say. 8-2 right now for Vega. They're getting quite a few kills above 4 Clovers. 4 Clovers because they're just getting a lot more CS in their lanes. are staying on par. Also, Bambo, as I was mentioning before, is actually going to go ahead and go for the arcane boots and stick. So yeah, he's not wasting much, dead gold in his inventory. He's going to use all of it. No blink dagger being held purchased for him. That could have potentially been really bad for Vega, actually, if they had to worry about a blinking Sand King this early on in the game. With this type of draft, it'll be really hard for them to actually get going. But for right now, Infinite sustained on the mana for Sexy Bambo, and just wants a little bit more in the leveling department. Max out the Burst Strike, max out the Sandstorm, then go for plays like this. Just Burst Strike and Epicenter. Pasha in a lot of trouble right now. Has his call down, which will get him a little bit of space, but not with Wagamama coming in. Yeah, I think they probably could have done it even without Waga, but having Waga there, that's just the nail in the coffin. King R putting a bubble even through the trees. We have Split Earth. King R is so dead right now. Lightning to get the kill. Mag can instantly go invis. Hunt for retaliation kill onto Vang's score. TP is not going to save him right now. He needs to get close to his Leshrac to survive, but that's not going to happen. A little bit too late. Mag spiking Carapace out, and that's going to be an even 1-1 trade up on this top lane. But we still getting a lot of kills right now. 3-2 over towards bottom lane. EA caught in the coil. Had a shield at the last second, but he couldn't get it off in time. His first puck rotation from no one, and pretty successful one at that. Getting a free kill on the Abaddon, but most of the 4 Clovers' deaths are Sand King, Abaddon, Shadow Demon. Like, these are the heroes that they want to be dying. Wagamama staying alive is huge for them. Just getting all that additional farm, most likely a Blink Dagger build, I want to say, for Wagamama. Otherwise, she probably would be holding a Blade of Alacrity by now if it was going to be Yasha. The Yasha build, drums, Yasha, Manta Style, that type of thing. Oh, Glimpse back. Sad times. That's such an obnoxious thing to do. Like, seriously, guys. That's just so mean. But Seaman now might be punished for his meanness. He needs to get out of there right now, and he will get out of there. Sensing Wagamama's arrival inwards. Oh, no. Just don't want to get into some pauses. I don't want to... Well, okay, so we can take a look at the state of the game right now, but really just constant stream of kills going either way. 4 Clovers do have a late game Templar Assassin, late game Leshrac, so in the super late game scenario, should it draw onwards, 4 Clovers won't be the worst off. Vega do have a Gyrocopter, but I mean, Gyrocopter is not that great versus Templar Assassin. Just the sheer single target burst of Templar Assassin typically pretty good up against Gyrocopter, especially when you have so many stuns to interrupt through the Gyrocopter. He has a Bracer. I don't know if he's going to be going for a Drums, but needs a BKB for sure in this game. Like, up against Leshrac and Sand King, that in of itself calls for BKB. Add a Shadow Demon on top of that, and yeah, you really need to get that item eventually. Pasha has rotated up to the top lane now to try to get some of that farm, but unfortunately, yeah, that's going to happen. Taking a look at the supports really quickly. Rubik, level 5, so almost at that spell steal mark. Disruptor pretty much at the same. Pretty much everyone is at the same spot for these supports. So, yeah, the support's pretty even across the board. No huge increase in power once these level 6s are picked up, except for this Disruptor. The Static Storm versus someone like a Templar Assassin. First of all, very easily burning through those refraction charges. Second of all, no meld, no additional refraction, no Sonic Trap. I mean, it's nothing but good stuff for the Disruptor there. And up against the Leshrac, also a lifesaver. Especially these level 6s are going to be pretty important for Vega. I mean, Demonic Purge, definitely an underrated ultimate, I would say, but it really depends on how many ganks 4 Clovers get going. Once they pick up this Blink Dagger on Sand King, should have it fairly rapidly, although he's not really working with that many stacks in his jungle. In fact, there are no stacks in his jungle. So Blink Dagger may be a little bit slower, but maybe Templar Assassin, Sand King, and level 6 and Shadow Demon should come up at more or less all of the same time. In which case, you could very easily use that Demonic Purge to get those easy solo kills. But Abaddon, I mean, he's expendable at this point. He hasn't really had many opportunities to do his job. So saying, yeah, you're not doing your job is like, well, man, shit, what do you want him to do? Can't do anything when he's Abaddon supporting a Sand King up against these 3 heroes from Vega. Yeah, but level 6, he made him a little bit more alive. Dumping healing into the Templar Assassin or Leshrac, there's definitely heroes that you want to sustain as much as you can. If you can, of course. And I think that's about it for interesting levels. Items looking like they're pretty basic. A lot more arcane boots, actually, than we ordinarily see. There's 4, and by this time you would see like 1 total in the game. But actually, their boot scenario is completely mirrored. Look at that. Phase, arc, brown. You wouldn't expect the Puck to have these brown boots, actually. You would expect Rubik to have the arcane boots. Power Treads probably for the puck, but Blink Dagger is of course the primary target for the puck. Gonna be quite a long time before he could actually grab that one. Oh dear, guys. Someone has bet a lot of rares on 4 Clovers. Oh dear, yeah. So this is what happened last time. Last time it was Pashe, it was no one. And it seems like Pashe hasn't fixed his shit yet, so that's fun. I get to sit here and just do nothing. Oh man, this is like seriously just the worst. Well, I mean, at least in this game, it was only a 10-minute game so far, so it's not really like that bad. The game is still pretty even, I would say. How even is it? Well, I don't know exactly how even, but close to 0 net worth advantage, 250 lead for 4 Clovers in experience, a huge experience lead. But yeah, this game is still 100% neck and neck, so man, this is I hate to see this kind of thing happen. Why are people asking for admin in the chat? The admin this time is actually talking, I think. This is what we did last time. Just play a little bit and load. Vega, it's time to call in Sneeko. It's time to call in the Navi heavy hitters. I don't know if Sneeko can really play a gyrocopter though. I mean, I'm sure everyone can play a gyrocopter because even I can play a gyrocopter. But yeah, Sneeko typically, I don't think he's ever played like a real carry role. Pretty sure in all the teams that he has been in, like, he has not played that. I could be wrong. Who knows? And yeah, that they also got Phonic to stand in as well for a little while. That didn't work either. You know, maybe an admin should leave the game. Oh god. Maybe instead of like everyone leaving the game to try to jump into load, only one person should. And then, okay, screw it, guys. You know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut the recording right now. I will go to a wait screen. I'll be back with hopefully the reloaded game with a full crew of players. Don't go anywhere, guys. 4 Clovers vs. Vega will continue in just a little bit. And we're back in with my mic unmuted this time. So I don't think anything actually happened between the load time and where we are right now. Of course, the graphs are going to be a little bit messed up, perhaps, because I don't know how you get a step function graph. You know, what is going on? Wasn't he? Oh, he's asking him to stop stealing his creeps. Oh, I don't know what the proper protocol is for loading, but somehow, what? The Centaur AI is bugged out. He thinks this is his home. That's not your home. Okay, so hopefully everything else should be fine. But yeah, we're back in, and Mag has been. Oh god. Oh god, what is going on? Well, I think Mag has Vendetta. I will never be able to know the cooldown now because we messed up something. Oh, loading is so hilarious. But yeah, either way, still on the hunt for him. Puck still looking to grab his Blink Dagger. And Bambo as well. Does have an Epicenter up in 20 seconds. Vangscore looking for a disruption onto no one right now. Won't exactly find it. They don't really have great long-range initiation for Clovers until the Sand King grabs his Blink Dagger. And, well, it'll come soon enough, I'm sure. But Vega at that point may have a Blink Dagger of their own on Puck. Although Waga going to apply some pressure to no one right now. Telekinesis for King are going to keep Waga at arm's length again. I also, by the way, Gyrocopter, not Pasha anymore. I have no idea who this is, guys. So if anyone knows who this is, then please let me know, because he's taking over for the Gyrocopter. So yeah, GG is now playing the Gyrocopter for Vega Squadron. And Puck needs so much help getting this farm up. He's having a lot of difficulty, no one, to actually get these last hits and get the gold up necessary to grab his Blink Daggers. Halfway there, but that's not really where you want to be as a Puck. Right now, you want to be most of the way there, like only 300-something gold away. That's just not going to be happening in this game. What is going to be happening, however, is bottom lane pressure onto EA. He does have his borrow time available, but a free-handed Impale going to land. Seema has a glimpse. They're not going to use it. Again, no, wait, I guess they do have Vendetta. I have to look at that, but yeah, he has no burrow. Didn't scale his ultimate, what a noob. Yeah, it seems like this is going to be a farming game until the Sand King gets his Blink Dagger. Again, he doesn't really have many stacks to work with. He didn't have any stacks to work with. Just his team didn't find a chance to do that. They kind of couldn't afford to leave any heroes outside of their lanes and help go into the jungle. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass for the Sand King, I'm sure, but still under no pressure. Might as well take your time and farm. We also closing in on the level 9 mark, which isn't really a huge level for most heroes, but hey, it's not even necessary for him to be level 9. He'll very easily grab the tower up towards top. In the meantime, mid lane, coil into call down, gonna slay the Templar Assassin very easily. It's an okay trade for 4 Clovers. Getting that tower down means Leshrac now is holding a point booster and at level 1 an Edict, so pushing towers in the future going to be a lot easier. Templar Assassin's also been holding on to a lot of net worths. She is farming near enough to the top of the net worth chart that we can call her at the top of the net worth chart. And she's going for a Blink Dagger, so slowing that down, not by much, but hey, as much as you can for Vega is pretty sweet for them. Does cost them 2 ultimates, but hey, it's the price you pay. We also, I didn't know you could drag Ancients out that far. What the hell is going on here? What the fuck is happening? Okay, I guess you can't drag Ancients that far away. This is actually like the funniest thing I've ever seen in Dota. He has so many Ancients to kill, but you can't kill them all. Like, everyone sees this as well. Vangscore's gonna try to deward Seema's right there, though, with a Static Storm and a Glimpse. Will bring him right back into a Kinetic Field and a Static Storm. Vangscore is so dead right now. And this deward might not actually work out, although we is coming in. We'll finish the deal on this Observer. There is a Sentry, this type of Sentry, not a Sentry Ward, waiting on the wings, so you can't go there anymore. Mag has Burrow. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, he's still looking for a target over in the mid lane. Wee is his primary target. He's going to land the Impale. No, he's not. Okay, well, the Vendetta hit is sometimes good enough, but not a Split Earth lands right now. Mag will dodge it, however, coil onto 2 as well. No one doesn't have any more damage after this, however. Here comes Gyrocopter looking for that call down. Will land it right in the back lines. Bambo there with a huge Burrow Strike, though. And the Epicenter is going to kill off 3 instantly. Wagamon was cutting off coming from the side. And King R is also going to die. It's a full 5-man wipe with an Ultra Kill from Bambo. Surprise, Vega Squadron. Sand King has his Blink Dagger now. It's a 2 for 5 overall, and that only happens. The only situation where that happens is when Vega don't know that there's a Blink Dagger on Sand King. They do know about it now, so in the future that should not be happening. But Waga also has hers, the Templar Assassin. So 2 Blink Daggers are up for Vega, and oh, Disruptor, don't do that. Yeah, that's a bad idea. Tower will also most likely fall right now for Waga. Or for 4 Clovers and Waga specifically. But a huge exchange for the 4 Clovers side. It was very slow incoming. Gyrocopter being slowed down by the lightning, not really by a huge amount, but just enough so that he couldn't get his call down. And then Bambo, of course, coming in as well. Still have to worry about this kind of ancient stack, which is kind of impeding their movement through their own jungle. But hey, you know what? Getting that one team fight is going to give 4 Clovers such an infusion of gold. Bloodstone suddenly very, very close for Wee. Just another 400 gold away from that one. And the Puck is also actually packing his Blink Dagger. Don't exactly know how he grabbed that one, but it seems like the... can we call this an ancient stack? I don't know if we can. It's going to be the target of priority for both sides. Waga going to try to do his best to clear that one out, but of course there's a Gyrocopter on the other end. Pretty hard to deal with that, but this is a pretty good position for 4 Clovers to be in because there are Ancients everywhere. They're getting bottled up in the Ancients now. Burst Strike onto 3. That'll kill off Seema immediately. Puck gonna jump right in. Call down as well. I don't know if that's gonna do enough, however. It's only Bambo and EA in those spells, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade only. Missile onto Wagamama. Not gonna do that much. And looks like Bambo's going to be the one in the most trouble. Fade Bolt, not going to do enough with the Impale missing. He will die to a Puck Orb, though. He burst struck right into it. Wagamama going to try to go for King R right now. Stole Melt, however. Minus armor onto Wagamama. The Rocket Barrage is there as well, and Waga will die. Split Earth on 3, however. Wee has no lightning just yet. Will not get it off either. Impale once again going to whiff. A Puck going to jump right up for the Orb. King R with a huge Melt hit over 2. That's not really going to do enough, however. You will get struck down by lightning. Missile going to come right in. Angscore, it's not going for you, bro. It's going for Wii. That will kill off Angscore. Slightly misread is that Shadow Demon. Orb through Wii. Still doing a lot of damage to that lightning. Sima sitting in the tower range as well. Split Earth's going to connect, and Wii's going to get yet another kill for himself. That's definitely his Bloodstone now. Mag, oh, walking in lightning with Spike Carapace on. You got to be shitting me. Puck, you don't have any mana, so you probably can't do this. Although, if he did, if he had 27 more mana, that would be glorious. God is DDOS. Oh, God. Well, thank you for the chat, by the way. Thanks to the chat for letting me know who this gyrocopter player is. Could be anyone. But it is Virtus Pro's God. Yeah, so big thanks to you guys. Unfortunately, it's not exactly going to help me now, is it? It's not exactly going to help me. Yeah, so who bet heavy on 4 Clovers? Show of hands, who bet a lot on 4 Clovers? Like, so much that they can't afford to lose. Raise your hand now. Raise your hand, it's no big deal. Mike, why are you casting alone? Because that's just how it is sometimes. But, yeah, so, huge amount of fights. I don't know how accurate this is, but I want to believe this is accurate enough. 4 Clovers, actually, it's not really... You'd expect with a 5-0 wipe, they would have gotten a little bit more, but I have no idea if that's accurate. End result, though, Wii almost has his Bloodstone. Abaddon, well, he has his Medallion, but if no one is super patient, actually doesn't have any way of getting the extra mana, like, at all. That's unfortunate. It'll take him, like, 20 seconds to get that, and Onyx Assassin can't join in. So, Onyx Assassin has grabbed a hand of Midas. I'm not really sure how I feel about Midas and Assassin in general. It is fine. You get your Aghanim Scepter, which means high ground defense is really easy. But generally, some sort of mobility item I think would be preferred. Seems like they have enough control, or they think they have enough control right now, especially with Rubik working towards what I assume to be a Force Staff. Nothing on the Disruptor right now. BKB being built up by God. It's pretty much par for the course all across the board, in fact. Glimmer Cape should be the build-up for the Shadow Demon. That's a pretty sweet item in general, and up against Vega, it's not really going to do overtime. It's an okay item up against Vega. The Sand King is getting a lot of farm right now. That Burrow Strike Epicenter, the Burrow Strikes in general from Bambo once he's gotten that Blink Dagger, impeccable. And that's really what you would expect from him as a player and well, just Sand King in general. I want to see the reaction to the chat once we actually pause again. GG, DDOS. Could we even call this Dota 2? I don't think it is. Like, this series in general has been just as much non-play as play. Also, this is still going on. I don't know why there's just dragons and golems here. Dragons and golems here also. Oh no, this is a lizard. He's hiding. Lizard's hiding amongst his dragon bros. The super derpy dragons. Seriously, this should not be in a game like Dota 2. Look at how retarded this looks. That is just so bad. So bad, man. At least the lizards don't look as bad. Yeah, both these heroes in the mid lane should survive, I think. Probably, unless Puck really mans up. Gotta go in with that level 1 phase shift. Crack some skulls. I guess Gyrocopter did survive through all of it, except for that 5-man wipe. But, yeah. Someone bet their wife, their kid, their house, and their neighbor's dog on 4 Clovers. That sounds really mean. I didn't know Dota 2 Lounge was in the mortgage department now. It's good to know. It really is good to know. Well, yeah, seems like, oh, there's a lizard in there. How come I just can't see these lizards? They're just like fucking hiding. Sneaky bastards. I guess, you know, puck isn't that hard. You could have your puck player micro gyrocopter. You could probably do that. There is also another game, guys, that's going to be happening in 2 hours-ish from now. Power Rangers versus Scary Faces. So King R going to be a double header, I suppose. And if there's DDOS there, then I'm just going to fucking lose it. I don't even know. Oh, God. Congratulations, 4 Clovers. You win by default. The 2 greatest words of the English language. Yep, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. Like, how is it even... He's not even on the same team, Vega. Like, whoever's DDoSing had to, like, look it up and be like, oh, shit, it's God. Good thing I could DDoS him as well. Easy rares. The easiest rares. Like, rares don't get much easier than this. Does this guy not have a face? Feels like these guys are just wearing like paper bags. And also this guy totally missed his sword strike right here. Like, I don't know who he's aiming for, but this guy right here, he didn't hit. He missed a little bit. Look at this. This is an epic battle right here. This is so epic. Just appreciate the epicness. Did you guys know that Roshan is the name of like Quincy's bowling ball or something like that? At least that used to be it. I don't know if he's changed it since. That used to be like a factoid of Dota. I used to know so much random shit about Dota 1 that I don't know any longer because they changed and fixed mechanics, which is a shame. Well, you know, guys. Yeah, exactly. Oh. Gyrocopter is okay. Okay, let's see what Puck can do here. No one, I believe in you. He's gonna leave. I mean, that's probably the correct decision, but not exactly the fun decision that we all wanted to see. Regardless, everyone's gonna walk away from that one really banged up. Not gonna pull up the whatchamacallit, the graphs, because I'm pretty sure those are just broken at this point. Like about this broken. That's how broken they are. But either way, I'm assuming 4 Clovers have some sort of slight lead right now. Their net worth is looking pretty good, although it's all pretty close. Usually in these types of games, you would have one player who's just on top because they're getting all the kills and not dying. That player should usually be the Leshrac. I mean, especially how he's been playing. So far, a great Leshrac performance. Keep your distance really clean, hit the split earths, good to go. But he's been dying as well, so no one's really leading the pack right now, and Vega are going to work with a giant ancient stack right now. This is a quad stack. It looks like if it is successful, and it is. That's a ton of extra gold for Gyrocopter. God, unfortunately, does not have Helmet Dominator, so clearing this out is going to rough him up pretty badly. But if he does manage to clear it out, man, that's a lot of extra cash for him. That Wog is eventually going to get as well. Has to clear up the double stacks of Ancients, but hey, sometimes the game just does that to you. 12-18, Bambo, maybe looking for no one right now. No, sees him, blink, blink out, just fine. The Ancient stack is going to give the Vega side quite a bit of income. And 4 Clovers are doing really nothing in the meantime. Trying to go for this puck, it's not really going to be an easy feat. Again, Blink Burst Strike is the only long-range form of initiation that 4 Clovers have. And if you can't land that, because Puck sees the Sand King coming, well, it's just not going to happen. That's BKB completed on the Gyrocopter. Not to mention a lot of experience in the Rubik, level 8 now on him, level 7 on the Disruptor. Puck still being laid out to dry right now. 4 Clovers maybe gonna be baited into it, although, oh, the blink away from the Puck. as soon as the epicenter comes in, but still they have enough damage to kill off the puck regardless. Something stolen, it's miscoil. Man, you would expect that to really go well for the puck. Jaunting away as soon as the Sand King comes in, but this is a level 2 epicenter we're talking about. Now they're going to catch Seema and King R on the retreat. Glimpse back into Bambo. Still will get a Bird Strike though, and the Lightning Splitter. That'll kill off the Disruptor. Now King R is in a lot of trouble as well. 1 meld hit, 2 hits. Going to get the kill there. It's a clean 3-0 for 4 Clovers, and they have level 1 Edict ready to go. This is going to be really hard for Vega to defend. In fact, I don't think they can defend it. Maybe if Mag actually did have his Aghanim Scepter for Burrow, he would be able to, but oh no, Tower's not going to be the priority. Instead, they're going to go for Roshan. Probably a little bit easier, in fact. They have minus armor and then some Medallion, Meld, and of course that Edict still works against Roshan. This is going to be something that Vega can actually potentially fight over, however, especially since their puck now alive can teleport straight in. Call down is there as well. Not going to hit onto anyone except for Roshan, and before Clovers, their attempt has been fully stopped. Mag got to be really careful about his positioning. Blink Burrow Strike from Bambo, though this time it won't have an epicenter behind it. Still can destroy the fight for Vega. Gyrocopter, especially if he doesn't get his BKB off, it could just all be over. It looks like he will be fine, however, for now. And 4 Clovers don't really get anything off of those 3 heroes. I don't know if they could have gotten this tier 2 tower. It probably would have been, obviously in hindsight, a lot better for them to go for that, since that damage sticks and the damage on Roshan is regenerated. But there's no way for them to have known that. Vega can still take a really great fight in these pits, in the close quarters areas. And you have a Gyrocopter with a BKB call down, you have a puck. You have a Disruptor with a Static Storm. As long as you dodge that epicenter, as long as something cancels that Blink Dagger in, you're good to go. I'm going to try to go for Bambo right now. This is Sand King with Blink Force. This is a very tough kill to take, but Blink Silence, that's a great way to start it out. He does Force Staff his way out. Coil as well, looking for a Blink Burrow Strike. He's not going to get away from this one, however. Call down, Burrow Strike stolen by King R as well. They'll annihilate the Sand King. Not where we want to be, however, TA did pick up a Desolator in the meantime, so that's a big item picker for the TA. Suddenly, heroes like Rubik, Disruptor, close to like 2-shot range from full HP. So Log is working with some serious heat. Looks like Tower is going to drop on both ends, probably. And he's going to do his best with the Edict. It is level 2 at this point. Split Earth onto the puck upon arrival. Unfortunately, again, no initiation onto that puck. And Vanksor's going to get caught in the field. He does put himself in a bubble right now, dodging some damage, but I don't think you can dodge all of it. King R still has that Burrow Strike. Fade Bolt, and, well, Rubik will get the kill there. So it is a tower advantage for Vega, killing off tier 1, getting a couple kills in the process. Not too shabby for them, especially King R going for that Force Staff. Should have that one in short order. What does the Disruptor have? Okay, just going for that Glimmer Cape. Mag closing out on his Aghanim Scepter as well. A little bit concerned for Vega if they don't have exactly enough farm on this Gyrocopter. Again, you need your Gyrocopter most of the time to be pretty much on top of the net worth chart by a good margin, but TA is actually holding that spot. And TA very good against the Gyrocopter, who has not yet a Satanic, nowhere near it. She could very easily burst down the Gyrocopter. He doesn't even have a Helmet of Dominator, so the extra armor that Gyrocopter would ordinarily have, he does not have. And now Waga might even have a double life. Smoke into the Roshan pit for 4 Clovers. How smart are Vega right now? Seems like they're not smart enough. And it's a pretty sneaky play for 4 Clovers, and really Waga and Abaddon can do this by themselves. Bambo just positioning himself to intercept anyone who's coming in. That's not even going to be an issue. That's a double life for Wagamama. It's still a very soft hero, this Templar Assassin. She's a glass cannon in all sense of the word. But still, this is a really heavy hitting glass cannon. Now with the haste rune as well. And Vega, it's got to be God to be in the most trouble right now. Lightning going to start spamming out, and this tower is definitely going to be pushed. There are sonic traps everywhere. And Waga again by himself can do a lot of damage to this tower with that Desolator minus armor. So Vega, are they actually going to try to do something like this? I probably would just sack the tower, unless you find a coil on 3. Silence, pull the creep wave, it's completely irrelevant. Tower's going to die regardless. And the big question is, are 4 Clovers going to go for more? They could easily slide out to the bottom lane, kill this one as well. And really Vega shouldn't be defending either of those 2 towers.
Radiant's bottom tower.
God damn it, guys. Stop spamming the chat. I know how the ultimate cooldowns work. I'm just making jokes at this point. It seems like 4 Clovers definitely do want to get that bottom set of towers. This is a great time for Vega to smoke up if they had one. They do have one. Okay, I don't know who is holding that one, but they do have one clearly, and now they're going to go on the hunt. And if they catch Bambo there, that'll be huge. Sand King is holding on to a bit of net worth, but really it's not his net worth that matters. The fact that he has long initiation range. He's the most important hero for 4 Clovers to stay alive. Because if Vega initiate on anyone but the Sand King, then Sand King can come in and save and even turn around with the epicenter. Mag leading the way right now with the Vendetta. 4 Clovers should know exactly what's going on, or for the most part what's going on. Although, how good is their positioning going to be? Mag still has a lot of Vendetta timer left. It should be level 2 at this point, and he's a pretty important target as well, but are they going to make the jump in on him just by himself or for they want Bambo? They're going to hit him once. There's no blink dagger from him. Now the BKB pop from the gyrocopter goes call down onto a whole bunch of the stack storm as well. Wee's going to commit suicide immediately. Wagmama now fighting it up against God. He's not doing enough damage, I feel. God with the BKB is going to slip out. No CC is going to hold him back. Epicenter the backline. Bambo going to try to go for someone. Won't connect onto any of those pulses, but they'll kill off the gyrocopter regardless. Now King R, he's going to get hit with the burrow strike as well. He's going to die for sure. That's a 2 for 1. And Lestrak, the one kill that they got was only deny orb flying through again. Puck gonna try to snipe Bang score. That's not gonna work. And now Puck on the high ground, spotted by a trap. He's gonna drop as well. One more hit is all they need with the Wagmama Desolator. Yule Scepter, another phase shift perhaps. Nope. One more hit from Wagmama is all they need. And Vega, it looked like it was gonna go really well for them. Except for the fact that Lestrak was very tanky, had the Bloodstone, now is back alive.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Like that is, they have to go for the Sand King. As I said before, Sexy Bambo was at a certain point a little bit of bait. Waga took pretty much no damage to that entire fight. Now this tower is definitely going to drop as well. Vega, they're starting to fall very far behind at this point. 7,500 in golden experience lead for the 4 Clovers side, and they're not going to stop either. Might as well keep going. You have the Aegis. No reason to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Vega, they have to make some sort of miracle defense right now. They will have Coil and all of their big skills up very shortly. Edict to those, not what you want to steal as the Rubik. You want Lightning at this point. Missile going to connect onto Wagmama, dragged back, but the bubble's going to keep her safe. Tower going to get dropped to half HP. 4 Clovers investing pretty much nothing into it. They still have 2 minutes left with Aegis, but they will decide to back off for right now. BKB is coming up on the Lestrak, so you should wait for that item. BKB looks like is also going to be coming up on the Sand King. Waga, 3,700 gold in the Templar Assassin. Like, big items to be picked up from 4 Clovers that are not being picked up by the Vega side. Aghanim's up to soon on Mag, but I don't know if that's going to be doing enough for them. Because Sexy Bambo has his eyes set. Trap onto Mag, Burrow Strike as well. No Spike Carapace just yet. However, 4 Staff out. They will Yule up the Templar Assassin, then glimpse her away. Spike is going to miss from the Nyx Assassin, but they will cleanly disengage. Mag will get his Aghanim Scepter up if he wants to. Is it worth it? Seems like he thinks it is. Alright, so now Burrow is up, so now I have no idea what to look at for the cooldowns of the Nyx Assassin. Oh no, he fixed it. Fantastic. Thank you, Mag. So yeah, he has the Burrow up. He has Vendetta as well. But 4 Clovers, they have momentum, and that counts for a lot. Don't really see that reflected in the gold charts and the experience charts. But it is relevant, rest assured, especially when you're taking all the tier 2 towers of the enemy team.
Dire's top tower
Solar Crest up on EA right now. If you keep his distance, a lot of healing coming out from the Abaddon rather. There goes the tower, and are they going to go for more? This time they're running low on the Aegis, so I don't know if pushing is the right call, though. They do have a BKB gem up on Bang score, so they are not going to get Vendetted like last time. Might as well poke and prod and see what you could find, right? Still, you have level 4 Edict, you have a Desolator. Tower should be defended soon, but it doesn't seem like it's soon enough. No one gonna jump right in. Glimpse back. Not gonna work with BKB. Bambo, though, is walled out from the rest of his side. Call down onto everyone as G pops his BKB. Gonna try to do what damage he can, but he's not doing anything to Waga or Wee right now. Mag gonna walk right into the middle of everything. Needs to burrow and actually get some spells off, but he can't get a single cast off. Waga gonna get lifted up, loses the Aegis, and will die right now, but Epicenter from Bambo. Gonna catch 2. That's gonna kill off the Rubik immediately. Seema and God so very low right now. They just need 1 hit apiece to get these kills. But if Glimpse back into Bambo, they can't quite get those kills. Although Bambo really wants in. Blink, Burrow Strike will clip the Gyrocopter. That's going to be a kill. In the meantime, it's no one trying to fight desperately up against Wee and EA. Split Earth will be dodged right now. Puck, though, in a world of hurt. He's going to Yules himself. Should have another phase shift upon arrival to the ground. And he will have a blink out as well. Trying to cleanly escape Split Earth, though going to miss, albeit barely. In the meantime, Raxes are starting to drop. Demon Slayer doing what he can, but what he can do is not that much. Edict is still ticking away at these Raxes. It's only the Puck and Disruptor right now. And, well, Bambo will find a kill, sniping out that Disruptor really deep. I didn't even see where he went, but yeah, no one can try to rejoin. It's only him right now to defend. Rubik is back and everything. He's going to steal a Burrow Strike, but he will miss it completely. Bambo's going to get another kill going for the Puck. Has to buy back into this game. Raxes are dropping rapidly. Mag, Vendetta hit onto Bambo. Will get that kill there. And now EA on the run. He's holding a gem right now. I don't know if he can actually survive. There are Sonic Traps, a lot of them. lying in wait right now. Lightning to slow as well. Mag has no blink dagger, can't get close. And Puck, he's gonna try to get him. Will get him with the silence blast. Grabs the gem as well. Rax is still stand for Vega. That was very, very, very close. But man, even though Raxes aren't taken for Clovers, the net worth lead is starting to increase by so much. Like 10k plus in the gold, 7,500 in experience right now. And for Vega, they don't really have any huge items to pick up that'll really help them. Also, losing King R, not exactly helpful. But at this point, I don't even think they could pause. Hate to see this kind of thing happen, guys, but again, it's unavoidable. Still 4 Clovers. They're repelled for right now. Roshan, though, if it's a low respawn, 4 Clovers are going to be thanking their lucky stars. I don't even know if they need an Aegis at this point. They'll get it because they can, but outside of that, they don't really need to. As long as they're pushing in with a full team, as long as they have the epicenter up, which they do, they'll be fine. Taking now his BKB up as well. So Static Storm not going to be doing that much to him. That's not going to be doing anything to him. In fact, there's no Aghanims in sight for Seema, not in this game. And 4 Clovers want this top lane of Raxes, and I dare say they're going to get it as well. The gem being held on Mag is nice and everything like that, but gem doesn't stop pushes. Killing heroes stops pushes. Roshan timer, what's it going to be? Vega are crossing their fingers for max duration right now. I don't know how much this is actually going to matter, but man, top lane is going to be pushed regardless. If 4 Clovers can take top... Oh, 30 seconds? Are you kidding me? 4 Clovers are so very lucky. Again, not that it matters that much, but still, it's luck. Mag. Do they see Mag? No, they shouldn't. So wait for the Impale. Wagga going to breach the high ground right now. Blink, silence, still has a BKB. They're trying to force it out, but Wagga's keeping cool. Impale onto 3. Mag now revealed. Can pop this by Carapace and leave. We can pop the BKB and charge the front lines, however. He's not going to find many heroes to connect with his spells, though. It's the call down to Wagga that's doing only the marginal amount of damage. And now Vega, they have no big ultimates. Someone's in the back line. Is that Puck? Oh, it is Puck, but she's going to be just fine to get himself out of there. Rax is still surviving for right now. BKBs have been dropped, but there's no call down any longer. There's a burrow in the Nyx Assassin. Don't know if that's going to be doing enough, however. Seema does not have his Static Storm. All ultimates are down, in fact. Literally all of them. No. Actually, Epicenter's still up. And the slow siege for 4 Clovers, at the very least, they're going to kill off this range Rax. Don't have to commit much for it. And got us to be really careful. Oh, range Rax? No, they're still alive. And now Mag is still lurkered up. 4 Clovers, they're going to try to go again for round 2. Vega, though, they have the cooldown, the ultimate cooldown with the lowest cooldown. It's call down. My god, okay. They have the ultimate with the lowest cooldown. It's call down. And he will have that one to thin the creep wave again if needed. Reserve Ward down. They have full vision right now. Demonic Purge onto the Gyrocopter. Nice. Impale through 2. Now Puck gonna jump in. Silencing a whole bunch of them. Bambo gets a 2-man burst strike. Now channeling as Epicenter. He will get it off. It will do a lot of damage to Mag, but it won't actually kill anyone off right now. Meantime, Templar Assassin does kill off the Disruptor in the back lines. They're gonna try to run forwards for Bambo, but it's gonna be the Puck in the front lines. Got lost by the rest of his side. Now blink forward. Big hit from Wagamama. Gonna grab him a triple kill. Fade Bolt flying through. I don't think it's going to be doing enough, though, because Wee is still at full fighting shape. He'll take down the range Raxes. Wagga still on the front lines right now and still doing a lot of damage. 2-man burrow strike from Bambo. Wagga jump right in with the Psionic Spill damage. They're going to drop both the heroes really low. Not quite dead just yet, but Mag will take a drop. No buybacks on any of these dead Vega heroes. And now 4 Clovers have breaking the base. Now it's all over for Vega. This top lane is going to die. Roshan is at this point alive. They're going to slide right towards the mid lane. Wagga still has that refraction up, so she's tanking up to kill off this tower and doing enough damage so that doesn't actually do that much damage in the process. G looking for another call down, perhaps. Maybe he will force the enemies back, but gets burrow struck for his trouble. Split Earth, follow-up stun. No BKB up available on him just yet. Static Storm's going to connect, but with the bubble, that's not going to do any damage, nor is it going to silence anyone important. Glimpse back onto Wagamama right now, but they're trying their darndest to try to kill this TA. Even if they do, it's not going to be enough right now because Wee's still going to town with that Edict. G in a lot of trouble right now. Hit with the Split Earth. Will die to the Edict as well. Sorry, guys. Seema the Slayer trying to do what he can, but he's out of mana at this point. Wagga still at fit fighting shape, as is Wee. That's 2 Raxes dropped. Looks like it's over for Vega. They're going to steal Pulse Nova. It's cute, I guess, but it's not going to do anything. Blink forward from the Puck. Maybe they get EA on the retreat. Coil, not going to do it. Now King R, almost one-shot by Wagga. Burrow strike through onto no one. He's going to die in an instant. Dominating spree for Wagamama right now. The lead just keeps climbing. 20k, 15k. And it's just going to be a tour of the tier 3s. All these towers are going to die, and Vega still with no gyrocopter. Yeah, this is not looking good for Vega. 4 Clovers have infinite momentum right now, and Mag can do nothing. King R as well. What could they do about this? Like, Waga could just fall back, grab an Aegis. King R is going to force staff, lift Wagmama. Burst Strike from Bambo connects onto 0 heroes, stolen by Rubik, and a return to Bambo right now. Mag doing what he can right now, but he gets slowed down by something, looking for a burrow shenanigan or something. That's not going to work. Tier 3 drops, 4 Clovers fall back. I don't know exactly what they have gained in items, but there's 6,000 gold in the Templar Assassin. That helps. That helps for sure. We'll take a quick look in just a little bit, but we can take a look at Vega first. They have a Glimmer Cape, and that's it. This is definitely a Divine Rapier game for G if they really want to do that, but the plate mail up in Leshrac should be a Shiva's Guard for him. EA, his Vlad, Solar Crest, another 800 in the bank, Necro 1 in the Shadow Demon, Necro 1 in the Sand King. At this point, you just go all in for those last sets of Raxes. Easy acquisition there, and Waga, well, travels. Ring of Aquila sold. 5,000 extra. Vega, they're going to try to go for Roshan. Mag's in a pretty good position for this one, but yeah, it's like, can they actually kill this one off? It's a bait right now. They're going to try to bait 4 Clovers in, but with the smoke, they will be able to know what's going on. Bambo going to wind the epicenter up. BKB is up. On God right now. Gets a pretty good call down and a pretty good spike from Mag, but it's not doing enough damage right now. He is going to heal up everyone. Burst Strike now onto from Bambo, onto Mag and G both. They're on the run, and they are both going to die. That's a 3-0 so far. Vangsor might be the only casualty here, but no, maybe even saved by Wee and Bambo. They have another Burst Strike that will land onto the puck. That's going to be 4 with a double kill for Wee. And is that going to be it? Yeah, GG, well played. Not too sure about that secondary part. I'm not too sure about nice games because these games have been pretty shitty with all these DDoSing. But you know what, guys? That doesn't matter. 4 Clovers and the Leprechaun going to take the best of 3 over the Vega Squadron. Vega were favorites, and game 2, I dare say, it looked like they were going to win that one as well until the DDoSing hit, so it's not a good situation to be in, but still, for 4 Clovers, they gotta feel okay about this one. They're moving on to the second round. Again, Power Rangers versus Scary Face is going to happen in about an hour and 30 minutes, guys. Might shut down the stream before that happens. But either way, if you enjoyed these games, be sure to stick around for that next best of 3. Maybe I'll have a co-caster on that time. I'm Mikelorus. If you like the casting, follow me on Twitter at Mikelorus. And then we will hopefully have some better non-problem games in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Congratulations for Clovers and Leprechaun. I'll see you later.